Okay, so let's start to the class. So what we have discussed in the previous class? I think in the previous class we have already discussed Gauss method and Gauss-Seidel method. Okay. So what is we already seen that what is the basic difference between the Gauss method and Gauss-Seidel method. Now we just try to discuss today Gauss-Seidel method in load flow analysis. Okay. So first of all, just we try to share the screen and then we will continue our discussion. So now suppose that first of all we just try to write their power equation in a power system for nth number of bus system. Okay. Hello. Hello. राहुल आवाज आ रही है? हेलो. राहुल. हेलो. राहुल आवाज आ रही है कि नहीं? रिस्पॉन्स नहीं कर रहे हो. हेलो. राहुल कुमार. Okay, so let's start today class. Today we are going to discuss the Gauss-Seidel method in load flow analysis. So first of all, just we try to write here power equation. So how we can write the power equation in nth number of bus system? Power equation in nth bus system, Okay, so I for the ith bus we can write the current equation that is equal to summation of k equal to 1 to n yik vk is not yik vk. So just write the current equation for the ith bus. That means ith equal to summation of k equal to 1 to n. राहुल आवाज नहीं जा रही क्या? समझ नहीं कर रहा है. So summation of k equal to 1 to n yik vk. Okay, yik vk. That means admittance of yik vk. So how we can write the complex power injected in the ith bus? So complex power injected in the ith bus is equal to Pi plus jqi. Is not Pi plus jqi. So Si is your total complex power. That means SGI minus SLI. That means total power generating at the ith bus minus total power taken from the ith bus. Okay. So complex power SI, that means total power injected at the ith bus, is equal to Pi plus jqi. Is it not? Pi plus jqi, where Pi is your active power injected at the ith bus and Qi is your reactive power total injected at the ith bus. Okay, so Pi minus jqi. Pi minus jqi jqi. Okay, or it may be written as Vi II conjugate. Okay, or it may be written as Vi II conjugate. Why we have written here I conjugate? Vi I conjugate. So why we write here I conjugate? I conjugate. Complex conjugate. Okay. Or if you take the complex power conjugate, that means SI conjugate equal to VI conjugate into II. Okay. If you taken the complex conjugate of the complex power, then we can just write here SI complex conjugate, SI complex conjugate equal to Pi plus jqi. Is not Pi. Sorry, this one is Pi plus jqi. Here Pi plus jqi. Okay, and this one just written as SI complex conjugate equal to Pi minus jqi. Is not Pi minus jqi. So minus jqi. AQI or may be written as VI complex conjugate into II, okay, or may be written as VI complex conjugate, VI complex conjugate into II. Now put the value of II equal to this one. That means summation of k equal to 1 to n yik vk. Okay. So I and if you put the value of II equal to summation of k equal to 1 to n yik vk. Now put here. So we can just write here this one summation of k equal to 1 to n, that means VI complex conjugate VI complex conjugate into summation of k equal to 1 to n summation of k equal to 1 to n yik vk, is it not? Yik vk, just right here, yik vk. Now just put there a standard notation of the VI, VK and YIK. That means VI equal to magnitude of VI equal to magnitude of VI at an angle of delta I. Okay. So I think we already drive this equation. So if you put here VI equal to VI magnitude at an angle of delta I, so we can write here VI equal to magnitude of VI, magnitude of VI at an angle of delta I. Okay, so at an angle of delta I, so it will be written in this way, delta I. Okay, delta I, and vector Vk equal to magnitude of Vk at an angle of delta K. So vector Vk equal to magnitude of Vk at an angle of delta K, magnitude of Vk at an angle of delta K, okay, at an angle of delta K. Similarly, we can write yik equal to magnitude of yik at an angle of theta k, polar form. Okay, polar form we can represent yik equal to magnitude of yik at an angle of theta ik. Okay, so vector yik equal to magnitude of yik, magnitude of yik at an angle of theta ik. Okay. So just write here theta ik. Okay. Now if you put all these parameters in this equation, then we can just write here for the complex power injected equal to yik so total power is right here SI complex conjugate equal to SI complex conjugate equal to VI into summation of k equal to 1 to n summation of k equal to 1 to n yik vk yik vk yik vk at an angle of theta ik plus del k. This angle, that is angle of VI, it becomes -1 since here is the complex conjugate. Okay, so angle becomes in minus. That means at an angle of theta ik plus del k minus del I. Okay, theta ik plus del k minus del I. Okay. So del k minus del I. Minus del I. So we can write the real part and reactive power, that is Pi and Qi. Pi is your real part of this one and Qi is your minus imaginary part of this one. Okay, so active power at the ith bus can be written as Pi equal to Pi equal to Vi summation of k equal to 1 to n, summation of this one, vi into summation of k equal to 1 to n yik vk cos theta ik plus del k minus del I. So cos theta ik plus del k minus del I. So theta ik plus del k minus del I plus del k minus del I, del k minus del I. Okay. Similarly, we can write here for the reactive power, that means Qi equal to minus Vi minus Vi summation of k equal to 1 to n summation of k equal to 1 to n yik vk cos, in place of cos this one becomes sin. So yik vk sin theta ik plus del k minus del I. Okay. So ik vk sin theta ik plus del k, sin theta ik plus del k, theta ik plus del k minus del I plus del k minus del I minus del I. So this is the active and reactive power equation in the load flow. This is the active power and reactive power equation in the load flow index. So that means Pi equal to Vi. Hello. Hello. So Pi equal to Vi summation of k equal to 1 to n yik vk cos theta ik plus del k minus del I, and Qi equal to minus Vi k equal to 1 to n yik vk sin theta ik plus del k minus del I. Okay. So now if you consider here I equal to 1 to n, okay, I equal to 1 to n. So how many number of equations for nth number of system? If I equal to 1 to n, I equal to 1 to n equal to 1 to 2, 3, up to n. Okay. So how many number of equation becomes 2n? Number of equation becomes 2n. Okay. So total number of equation equal to 2n. Okay. 2n. So what? How many we have? Total numbers of variable 2n. Any bus has the 4 number of variables. That means P, Q, V and delta. So total number of variable becomes 4n. So total number of variables equal to 4n. So how we can solve? We have 2 equation and 4 number of variables. Can we solve? So if we have 2 number of equation and number of variables are 4, then we just assume or specify 2 variables. Then we can solve from these 2 equations for other 2 variables. Okay. So 2 variables specified and 2 variables solved. So for this one, we use the iterative method. That means you have already maybe studied in mathematics portion also. Iterative method, that means Gauss-Seidel method, Gauss method, or Newton-Raphson method, another method. Okay. So we already discussed some iterative method in previous class, that is Gauss method and Gauss-Seidel method. Okay. So now we just apply the Gauss-Seidel method in load flow analysis. That means this equation. Okay. In this equation, now you just apply the Gauss-Seidel method. Okay. Already we have discussed in the previous class. Okay. So you already also know that classification of buses in a system, number of buses consist in which some of the buses are PQ buses or load buses. Some of the maybe consist of PV buses or one slack bus. Okay, so we already defined various type of buses, their specification, and which are known parameters and which are specified parameters. Okay, so in total number of n bus system, we already choose one bus as a slack bus, and here we consider whatever the remaining buses, that means 2 to n are the PQ buses. In this case, we are not going to include PV buses in our system. Is it clear? Hello, Rahul? So we just consider only the slack bus and the PQ buses. As you know that in PQ buses, P and Q are specified and V and delta are unknown. Okay. So you just find these equation in terms of P and delta. Okay. So just convert this equation and find the VI. Okay, for the ith bus. Okay. So just how we can write this equation in terms of Gauss-Seidel method for VI. So we can write from this equation, that means assume this equation, this one. Okay. So SI complex conjugate equal to PI minus JQI. Now if you want to find out VI from this equation or II, so how we can write II? II equal to how much? PI minus JQI divided by Vi complex conjugate? Did not. From this equation, we can write current equation for the ith bus. Okay, that is how much? I equal to, we already know that the summation of k equal to 1 to n yi k vk, did not. So just from this equation we can write the value of ik. Okay, so just assume here already write, assume first bus as a slack bus. First bus as a slack bus. Slack bus. Okay. And other remaining buses, that means 2 to n. Okay. So 2 to n is PQ buses. Okay. Is PQ buses. So as you know that in slack buses, V and delta are specified. Okay. V and delta are specified. V and delta, P and Q are unknown, and V and delta are specified for the slack bus. And in PQ buses, P and Q are specified, and V and delta are unknown. Okay. So just write here, I equal to EI minus JQI equal divided by VI equal to PI minus JQI divided by VI complex conjugate. So PI minus J complex minus JQI minus JQI divided by VI complex conjugate. Okay. So divided by VI complex conjugate. VI complex conjugate. Or maybe I equal to write as summation of k equal to 1 to n. Summation of k equal to 1 to n yik vk, yik vk, yik vk. Or maybe written as, you put k equal to 1. Okay. If you put k equal to 1, or maybe written as yii vi. We try to find out vi. Okay. So just convert this equation in terms of vi. Okay. So we can write here for k equal to I. If you put k equal to I, then we can write as yii vi plus summation of k equal to 1 to n, k not equal to I. Okay. K not equal to I, yik vk. YII VI, get right here, YII VI plus summation of k equal to 1 to n, but k not equal to I. Okay, so summation of k equal to 1 to n, k equal to 1, but not k equal to I. Okay, so not equal to I. Equal to I to n. YIK VK. Okay, so YIK VK. Now you can find the value of VI from this equation. Okay. Now you can find the value of VI. So can we write here VI equal to that this part if you taken along this side, that means Pi minus JQi divided by Vi complex conjugate minus summation of k equal to 1 not equal to I to n YIK VK divided by YIA, you know. So we can write here for the equation of VI for the VI we can write from the above equation, that means VI equal to 1 by YII so VI equal to 1 by YII into Pi minus JQi Pi minus JQi minus JQi divided by Vi complex conjugate Pi divided by Vi complex conjugate Vi complex conjugate minus summation of k equal to 1 not equal to I minus summation of k equal to 1 not equal to y. Okay, so not equal to y not equal to I 2n yi के v के I के v के v के so we can represent the vi equal to 1 by yii pi minus jqi variable complex conjugate of vi minus summation of k equal to 1 not equal to I to n yik vk. Okay, so this parameter you can just find for the rth iteration, so you maybe write for the rth any iteration. Okay, so just we stop here and in the next class we will discuss another things. Hello.